Hey traders, let's have a quick market update. Let's go straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Hey traders, I've just recorded the video walking you through all the details and steps to the blast off trading system. You're going to absolutely love this. To get access to this blast off trading system, click on the box above that says blast off trading system to get access to it now. Alright, hey traders, so let's have a look at the markets right now. I did do a recording yesterday, but for some reason, man, my computer just went bung on me. So let me show you what I'm seeing here right now, guys, on the markets. First thing I do want to say, guys, is that something is about to snap, or the markets are about to snap. Looking at the Dow Jones, guys, I just, this is what I absolutely honestly believe. Looking at the Dow Jones and seeing the way that this Dow Jones has continued, let me squeeze this daily chart up, has continued to just go up and up and up and up and up. Something is about to happen in the markets. Something big is about to happen. And I mean that as in, like, I believe the Dow Jones is going to see quite a significant drop. Whether it's in one day or whether it's over a week, I don't know. But this market here, I believe this is a pump and dump. This is a pump and dump in the markets. And the reason I'm saying that, guys, is you can see how vertical this move, this whole move has been just gone up and then just kept going up and up and up and up. We're about to get a hard and fast snapback. Now, whether that happens tonight or tomorrow or Friday or next Monday, I don't know, guys, but I believe within the next week from now, that we're likely to see that. So that's what we see on the Dow Jones Industrial Average chart. Let's go have a look at the S&P chart. The S&P chart had a little breakdown, a little break back up, and you can see how the pullback was very, very little, right? We had this little run up, couple of down day, and then boom, we're back up again. And you can see we're just trying to break the new highs right now. So I believe we actually will break the new highs tomorrow. But then I also believe, guys, that that'll be short-lived, and then maybe Friday, maybe Monday, maybe it's a Black Friday, Black Monday, I don't know, coming out, I don't know. But what I am saying is, what I am seeing is a bit of a pump and dump situation happening here. So looking onto the Nasdaq out of all of them is the weakest. And let me actually bring up my candlestick chart so you guys can see it a bit clearer. The weakest out of the whole lot is the Nasdaq, and is the Nasdaq getting ready for a drop? You can see how the Nasdaq did break up through here, and now we've actually broken back down. To me, it looks like the Nasdaq may be getting ready for an area to actually start to hold down. You can see this two big solid down bars followed by a couple little up bars. That to me, guys, is very weak. So I'm expecting this type of action, and then maybe we actually get quite a significant drop from that. So moving in from that, guys, you can see that there, and as you can see the SPY through that. But as you guys know, I'm actually short the QQQ. I have been for the last few months, and I believe we'll likely get a drop down. Looking at the QQQs, I can actually see, again, we're getting we're getting this big solid red candle, another big solid red candle, and now we're getting 1, 2, 3 little up bars. I believe, guys, we're getting ready for something like that to happen, and it may be big. I don't know what's going to happen, guys, but something is lurking behind the scenes, and you can see it in the charts. You see it on the Dow Jones where it's just extended, and it's like, man, when's this thing going to pull back? And when it does, the more it extends, the harder and faster it's got to snap back. So keep an eye out for that, guys, when you're actually doing your analysis. Looking on through the VIX, you can see the VIX right now is at its lowest it has been for a long time. And as you know, every time the VIX gets down to these ultra low levels, you can see in the last couple of years that whenever we get down to these ultra low levels, we generally get a pretty hard and fast snapback. Yes, I still have my call options in my VIX, and yes, they are in a losing position right now, but I don't care about that because I'm trading with what I'm seeing. Is this a daily chart? Looks like a weekly chart, doesn't it? Yeah, okay, yeah. So you can see how the VIX has come down through there. I believe, guys, that what I'm seeing on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, I believe we're likely to get quite a significant spike once again in the VIX. So I was a fool for not taking the profits off up here. And yes, I do agree. I do admit that. So on the next spike I get, I'm definitely taking what I've got off the table and moving on to other positions. So I'm short the QQQ. And I'm also, and then I've definitely got call options on the VIX. VIX only, I've got call options. So yes, they are in losing positions because of time decay and stuff like that as well too, guys. So, but I believe something big is about to happen. We will get a nice little spike out of the VIX real soon, I believe. And then from that I will, I will then take off the profits and then move into other positions, which I'm really confident in, by the way. So. That's the VIX there, guys. Let me show you the transportation average. The transportation average, once again, guys, if you look at this thing has just been vertically moved to the high side. Just a big move to the high side. And once again, guys, when that happened, it's very dangerous to buy it up here. If you're looking at the transportation average, this is the IYT, the ETF. It's very dangerous to buy it up here because you don't know when that pullback's going to happen. So we do know a pullback is likely to happen. One, when's it going to happen? And two, how hard is it going to be? You just don't know. So it's very dangerous to buy it up here. If you're looking to buy the transportation average, you want to buy on a really good dip. So that's that one there. The Russell 3000 index, we've had a little rally and a little pullback, and now we've had another rally, another push to the high side. Again, guys, I believe this push, maybe another 1 or 2 up days, but I believe after that, I believe we're likely to start rolling over and seeing some significant movement to the downside. Whether that happens or not, hey, I'm not calling for a crash because, this market is definitely strong, but something different is happening right now, and something's about to hit the market. I don't know what. And Russell 3000 or Russell 2000, which this is actually one that I've got put options on right now. So once again, I've got 2% of my account on this position right now with January expiration. So once again, guys, you can see this little drop down through here, and now we're pushing back up into all-time new highs. I believe once again, guys, this is just a little rally, and then we're likely to see some significant selling, a significant sell-off into the actual markets itself too. So okay, guys, I'm just letting you know what I see and why I see it and so on and so forth. So that's what I see, guys, in all the indexes. Let me show you what I see on silver and gold. By the way, guys, I did some analysis, and I'm gonna post this up for my private traders. But I did some analysis on silver and gold, and my goodness, guys, I believe that silver and gold is gonna have an enormous bullish year next year. An enormous bullish year. What we're seeing right now, guys, is stepping down on what's happening right now with the overall markets of silver and gold and stuff like that. My long-term charts, looking at my weekly charts, looking at my monthly charts, guys, I tell you what, right now, I'm very bullish. I'm more bullish on silver and gold than I am bearish on the stock market. So it's just that's what the charts are telling me. Okay, so. We'll just leave it at that. So you can see what's happening with silver. It's just dropped down and now it's just gone sideways. Is that because it's waiting for the announcement next week, the FOMC announcement? Really interesting. But I'm looking to pile a lot more positions into silver and gold, and go from there. So silver is just going sideways. Gold is continuing its slowly step down, which, guys, once again, I've been saying there's a reversal going to come soon in silver and gold. Gold has just been continuing this downward movement through here. We don't know when that reversal is likely to happen, but when it does happen, guys, especially like this, we're going to get a pretty good snapback, and I believe a pretty fast run back up to, say, the 1260 level, somewhere around there, pretty quickly. So that's what I'm saying there, guys, and it's really interesting. If you look at gold is extended to the downside, and we're due for a pullback. And if you look at the Dow Jones, what actually happens is that now the Dow is actually quite extended to the high side, and it's just like extended, and then suddenly, bam, something snaps out of it and it snaps back. Maybe just even a 50% retracement of this up move. I don't know. But when that happens, then maybe, and then silver and gold are likely to get a spike up, and then I see the VIX Wrong color. VIX going up as well too. So that's what I'm seeing there on silver and gold, guys. Overall, I was also looking at. Let me go have a look at. So the HUI. Once again, guys, I was looking at the HUI on the longer term charts, and the HUI, guys, I'm very, very, very bullish on the HUI. Also looking at the XAU on the long term charts as well too. Actually, let me just bring up those long term charts and I'll show you what I'm seeing. So let me just go this weekly chart here. All right, so this is the weekly chart. Let me squeeze this weekly chart up. All right, so let's go. That's GLD. SLV. Let's go to. That's oil. I believe oil's, to me, guys, oil's on its way to $70, maybe even higher. Maybe it's going to end up at 80. But the HUI, guys, the HUI, this is one of the reasons why, guys, I am so bullish on the metals moving into next year, and I'm just very, very absolutely bullish, and I'm getting ready to load up even more on the metals. And so, yes, I've had my timing wrong. I got into a good trade on SLV, and I'm still holding that position right now. And and man, that call was a wrong call, as in to hold on to that. But guess what? I'm still onto that. That's actually still worth about. It is now in a loss, by the way, that SLV trade. So man, I totally screwed that one up. And let's look at that. It's like, what can I learn from that? But looking at this overall markets, guys, I'm looking at this here. I'm seeing that we are likely to start seeing quite a significant move in the metals, silver and gold, moving into 2017. And the reason why I say that, guys, is looking at this long-term weekly chart, you can see how. Look at this. Look at the. I want you to have a look at what we call the strengthened moves. So you can see how we had this big, strong selling period. You know what? Let me do this here. I want to teach you guys something. Firstly, let's look at two things: peaks and troughs, strengthened moves. All right, we're going to keep it that simple. Peaks and troughs, strengthened moves. So, with peaks and troughs, right, we know uptrend, downtrend, high peaks, high troughs, lower peaks, lower troughs. But you can see, guys, right, what is this here? So this was the latest peak here, and made a high peak here. This was the latest peak, now made another high peak here, made another high peak here, and made another high peak here. So if we're looking at the HUI, and actually even just slightly higher than that too. So this latest major peak, this latest major peak has actually been higher than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 latest peaks. This is the weekly chart, by the way. So that's one, right? We've made a major higher peak, and now we're running back down to these major support levels. We may have a little bit more downside to come, down to here, maybe down to the $150 mark before it really finds support. I don't know. That's definitely a hard thing to say, a hard thing to see here. But you can see how we've made this big high peak. But that's the first thing I'm looking at there. One of the reasons why I'm bullish on the metals. And this is this very similar thing to what we actually see on the silver and gold chart. So, but the thing I want to show you this, guys, look at this here, right? So, look at this here. So, if you have a look at the selling movements, we had this big strong sellers, and then we had this little buyers move, and then we had strong sellers, and then we had this little buying move, right? And then we had these strong sellers, and pretty much nothing buyers. And you can see here that we had definitely strong sellers. Then we had like a little bit of buying movement. Strong sellers. You can see here had this strong selling period. Very, 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 very weak buyers. Went into a big strong selling period. Makes sense? And then guess what happened? We just went sideways. So if you look back over the last couple of years on this weekly chart, who has been the dominant leg? If you look at two legs, the sellers or buyers, who has been the dominant leg out of these two? The sellers, right? You can see if you look at you can see who's been stronger out of these, and the sellers have, right? But look at this here, from this point here to this point here, you see that very big strong buying move. Now the question you got to ask yourself is that? So firstly, we know that's made a major higher peak, and a major higher trough is likely to start a big upward trend. We know that. But if you look at the HUI, and you can see what's happening through here, right? You can see what's going on through here on the HUI, and you can see how you can see that it's made a high peak, But then also you can see how this strengthened move, this buying leg for the last basically the first half of this year. Can you see how that's a lot stronger than this one here, this, going back to a long time, right? A long time. Even if you go back to like mid 2012, if you go back to this leg here, right, we had a pretty nice buying leg. But what was also happening with this here, the market was doing what? Was starting to make basically this big, basically destroy the day. The market was slowly stepping down, right? So we had this big strong selling leg, or basically this strong selling leg, and this sideways movement, buyers, and then we dropped it down. So you can see how we made a peak, a lower peak, and then the market rolled over, made this trough. This was the lower trough through. This was basically the latest troughs through here on this weekly chart. Ran up, made a peak, came down, made a lower trough, ran up, made a lower peak, and then the sellers came in control. And ever since then, right, we've been making lower peaks, lower peaks, lower peaks, lower peaks, lower peak, and even a lower peak there, all the way down. But what is this right now? What do we have up here? This is now a higher peak. So I'm expecting the flip side of this. I'm expecting a higher trough here. Again, it may be around 150. I don't know. I don't know the timing of that. But what I am saying, guys, is maybe over the next couple of months, maybe even December. Again, we just don't know the timing of this. But looking at this overall big major pattern, to me, guys, that spells that if we do get a drop down even a little bit more, then we're likely to see another one of these legs. So I believe, guys, looking at the silver and gold market, we're likely to get a pretty big decent run moving out of that. If you actually have a look at silver and gold, you can see what I'm saying. You can see what I'm saying there. Even more. We've got this nice big movement up, come back down, and you can see again it's just the same thing there. Especially on gold. Even though gold's been dropping down. This is probably the best time to be getting into, especially something like gold. So that's what I do see there, guys. Looking at the XAU, same thing with the XAU. What I was saying before, peaks and troughs. What are the peaks and troughs saying? Lower peak, lower peak, low. You can see the sellers, right? Selling it, dropping it down. Lower peak, lower peak, lower peak. What's this here? Big higher peak. What else is this? Big strong buying move. And now we've got this. Now got this sort of weak sellers coming down through here. What is this, guys? So we've got this big strong sellers, big strong buyers, weak sellers. Next year we're likely to see a big move into the metal. So very exciting to see about that, guys. And also the GDX miners. Once again, guys, if you look at what the chart is telling you, what is this saying? You can actually see lower peak, lower peak, lower peak, lower peak. You just look at it, right? The cells kept knocking you down. It kept lower peak, lower peak, lower peak. What's this? Ding, 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 ding. Higher peak. Somewhere around here, to me, is likely to be a higher trough. Maybe this week, maybe the next week, maybe the next few months. But I believe moving into for 2017, I see big movement coming out of the GDX miners as well too. So there we go, guys. I was just going to keep that private for my private clients, but I'm going to share this with you guys to really help you guys out and help you guys move forward in that way. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today. I'm not going to BS you here. Trading is hard. Over my 10 years of trading, I've learned some amazing systems and strategies, and I've put it all in my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls course, and I'm giving you 100% free access. This whole course is 12 videos long and almost 10 hours of the best systems and strategies that I know. Click on the image below now to get 100% free access right now.